70, Indy.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Manning. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
To throw is Manning. On the screen, this is Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Ready. 18 Gators.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Slay.
61, matchbox lights.
Check.
Roll out.
Check.
Speed grip.
Working from the gun, Manning. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Go.
Switch.
Tempo.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bang out. Bam.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Zebra.
Check right.
Now Wilson.
Left out defense.
And his throw here's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
54. 0. Check. Watch 54. Watch the come on. Watch the slap.
Now it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. Breaks the tackle now at Allen. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 85 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On first down. It's Coleman. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
On 2nd and 2, Manning. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get in there. 80 weapons. Rock it. Get it.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 90 wolf. Come on, let's go. Fair. Hey.
From the gun, it's Manning. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
25.
36. Check your hot read.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Let's go one more.
5.
On 2nd and 15 now. Manning nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
7.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ready.
On 1st down, Manning. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Alpha. Yep.
We got 25 to Mike. Get that quarterback. And all come. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Man, I got you.
Come. 25. Ready.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Look. Squeeze. Go.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Penny, a first down carry. And some strong running. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now it's Penny running right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 8, read.
He's coming. Double up.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. This is Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd down, Manning. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Seahawks send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gotta go, let's go.
Safety screen. Right there, 54, right there. What we got?
From just shy of midfield, Wilson, it's complete. He finds Falk here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
We got this.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone. Let's set a tone.
Here's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Gun.
Oh, here we go.
Alert.
55, my guy, 55.
Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hodges. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Check. Watch 54. And let's pin the meat.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
I can't believe they let you play.
Go.
I can't believe they even let you
14.
Echo. Watch twist. Mike's 54. Yo. Hey, watch that.
Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Pull it together. Watch twist. Watch five.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, Wahoo! Now!
We got 25 to Mike. Man, I got you. Hey, 25.
Hey, lock it!
25 to Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot!
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Jennings has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Keystone Cabin. Hey, Charlie.
We got 25 to Mike. 3 bud. At 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Here we go. At 25.
Ready?
To throw on third down. Manning. And that is incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Hey, check right. Watch 55.
I got you.
Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Penning. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Watch a slant.
On first down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wilson now to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Watch the screen. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hustle. 54. Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
To throw again is Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike, we got 25 to Mike. Push him back. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Go.
Watch the screen. What screen? Hey, 25 to the mic. We're going. Go.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Well, they'll run it again with Penny. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Target, 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 target. Mike's 59.
Go, go, go.
59. Wildville.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Okay, baby, I'm seeing you.
38-yard line.
What? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well. Let's go, D, let's go.
Hey, look.
Again, it's Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike,
Move the team.
Mike, 5-4.
Good job right there.
Check three. SOS.
Put up your signal.
SOS. Watch the safety creep. Be alert. 54 is much set. Check. Watch 54. Strip that ball. Right there. 54. Right there.
Move the team.
65.
Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Good job right there.
Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
19.
Whip.
19. Gun.
Hey, I need one over here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Penny. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Falcons, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5.